Hey guys, this is Rajat Goel and you're watching TechRJ, the best place to know the best features of your smartphone. So Motorola is finally back with Moto One Fusion Plus and it feels like this phone actually can compete with the likes of Realme and Redmi. In this video, we'll be talking about 40 plus features of the smartphone. The video can be a bit longer, but I would suggest you to watch this video complete to know every detail of your smartphone. And if you like this video, don't forget to give a like and subscribe to our channel for more upcoming videos. We do have a likes target of 1000 likes and that should be very easy with your love and support. Let's get straight into this video. So the first thing which I want to highlight here is the UI of the smartphone, which exactly looks stock Android and comes with zero bloatware. You will only see Google and Motorola apps, and Moto apps are just for adding some extra features. Also, you get a dedicated Google Assistant key here, which can wake up your assistant anytime you want. Second thing I would like to talk about is native video calling support here, and if you dial any random number in the dialer, you can directly make a video call and you don't even have to save that contact. Also, you can use dark theme just for the dialer. There is an option to enable system-wide dark mode as well, which I'll be showing you later. For now, if you press on these three dots and go to settings, you need to select display options, and here you get the option to enable dark mode just for the dialer. And as you can see, the system-wide dark mode has not been enabled, the dialer has just been set to black. So even if this phone comes with stock Android, still this phone packs a lot of features under this Moto option. If you get inside this and scroll this, you can see the personalize button here, and if you click on this, there is the option to select styles where you can change the icon style, the colors of your toggles, as well as fonts if you want. Right now, if you see, I have set up multiple themes. You can create a new one here and choose fonts of your choice. You can set any random color for your toggles and then you can change the icon style here, which looks actually amazing. Here under personalize option, you also get to see an option to change wallpapers. However, wallpaper seems to be just a generic option, but the default wallpaper here is a live wallpaper, and I would suggest you to change this to a static one because the live wallpaper here uses a lot of battery, so you can choose a static one to save some battery. Also, you can change icon layout here under this personalize option. It has been set to 5 into 5 by default. You can change this into 4 into 4 or 4 into 5. Now if you scroll more and select Moto actions here, again you get a lot of features which I'll be explaining one by one. So the first one here is quick capture. This basically enables you to open your camera quickly if you twist your phone twice as shown in this GIF here. And as you can see, if I twist this phone, the camera app opens up directly. Second one here is fast flashlight, and to use this one you need to chop your phone twice, and if you do like this, as you can see, you can easily turn on the flashlight, and if you do this again you can also turn off the flashlight. Next one here is 3-finger screenshot, and if you enable this option, you just need to hold on your display with 3 fingers pressed and you can easily take a screenshot. Now here you can also enable or disable the screenshot toolkit, which you see every time whenever you capture a screenshot. So if you keep this enabled, you can use this to edit or directly share your screenshots like you can right now see on your screen. And also friends, on your phone, if you see the subscribe button red, you can actually press this to change this to gray, and then you can also turn on the notifications by pressing the bell icon. Next option here is flip to enable DND mode. If you enable this one, you just need to flip your phone over a surface if you want to enable the DND mode. Similarly, there is another feature which is called pick up to silence. Basically, if your phone is kept on a surface and you are receiving an incoming call, you can just pick up your phone to make it silent. Next one here is media controls, which I feel actually is very interesting and very useful if you use this phone for a long time. If you are listening to some songs, your phone is locked and you have kept this option enabled, you can use your volume keys to control tracks instead of volume. And now if you come back and scroll more, here you can find the Moto display option, which I feel is actually amazing, and I think this is one of the best features of this smartphone. You can enable this, and also I'll tell you one important setting. If you click the settings button here, so I would suggest you to enable this tap to awake option. Now when you are on the lock screen, you can just tap on your display to enable this Moto display type of thing, and you can easily see a lot of notifications and time and alarm settings and all that without even unlocking your smartphone. This is actually very similar to what you get with ambient display on Super AMOLED displays. And now for the last time, if you scroll more here, you will find the Moto GameTime option, which is basically a gaming assistant. And again, if you do a lot of gaming on your smartphone, you can set a lot of settings to be enabled by default whenever you start any game. So now let's move to the control center of the smartphone, where again there are many amazing features. However, when you look at your smartphone, you won't find many of these features. So first you need to click on this pencil option to get into editing mode. You will be able to find features here. So what you need to do is select each one of these and drag them above. So now let me talk about the first feature here, which is the system wide dark mode, which can be directly enabled from this control center. And when you enable this from here, you can see everything on your phone turns black. Next thing here is the audio effects option. Let me tell you that the speaker on this phone is already pretty much loud, and you can make this even louder and better by using this audio effects option. Basically, you get an equalizer to change the settings according to your choice and your personal preferences. Also, you get to see a focus mode here. If you want your phone not to disturb you for some time and you want to focus on some work, then you can choose the applications which you feel generally disturb you from doing your work, and then you will be able to enable this option from here. You can also enable Wi-Fi calling in this smartphone, which is by default disabled. So you need to go to settings, network and internet, select mobile network, go to advanced and turn on Wi-Fi calling from here, and this feature actually works pretty much fine. Now if you want to cast your smartphone's display to any other smart device, that feature again is kind of hidden here. So you need to go to connected devices, you need to select connection preferences, and here if you select cast, you will be able to see a list of all the devices which are present near you and which support casting for your smartphone. If you see by default on the smartphone, you don't get to see any battery percentage on status bar, but you can enable this. You just need to go to battery under settings. You can directly enable this battery percentage toggle, and this will enable battery percentage on right side of your status bar. You also have a night light feature here if you go to display under settings, which is also known as reading mode or eye care mode, and enabling this will decrease the amount of blue tint from your screen and make it a little more yellowish. And you can also control the intensity of this effect. You should use this option if you study a lot on your smartphone or you use your smartphone a lot during night time. If you see the colors on your smartphone, this looks pretty much saturated, and maybe some people won't like this, so you can change this as per your preferences. You just need to go to display, select advanced here, and under colors option you can select them to natural or boosted instead of saturated, which is already selected. However, I personally like what I am seeing this for the saturated colors option. You can also change the display size as well as font size, and again you get these options in the display menu under settings. Let me tell you that I already increased the font size when I started using this device, but you can make this even more large or you can make this smaller, and same is the case for display. Now as you know that you get a pop-up selfie camera in this smartphone, I'll show you how it looks. So whenever you use this pop-up camera, you get a sound effect from your smartphone, which again you can enable or disable as per your choice. And to do that, you need to go to sound menu under settings, and here's the toggle named selfie camera sounds, which can be enabled or disabled. One amazing feature which you get in this phone is adaptive performance, which you can find under system menu in settings. Here you need to select adaptive performance and enable it. Let me tell you what it does is the phone uses AI to know the preferences of how you use your smartphone, and the phone tries to predict the application which you will be using next and decrease the loading time by loading it in background even before you click on it. And that's actually amazing. Now if you go to gestures, here you can enable this toggle which is swipe fingerprint for notifications, and if you enable this, you can use your fingerprint sensor to swipe on it and move the notifications panel downside or upside, as you can see here. Under gesture options here, you also get to see jump to camera option, which is right now disabled. To enable this, first you need to select triple press power key and disable this toggle, and now if you come back, you will be able to enable this jump to camera option. So by enabling this, you can just press the power button 3 times and it will open up the camera app from whichever screen you are. Then you also get to see system navigation options here, from where you can choose if you want to use gesture navigation or 3-button navigation. By default, you get gesture navigation enabled here. Let me tell you that this gesture navigation actually works pretty amazing here, and you can also quick switch between multiple apps. If you swipe on this icon left or right like this, you also have the option to enable prevent ringing by using a shortcut, and the shortcut is you need to press the power key and volume up key simultaneously. So you don't get to see a second space feature here, but you can use multiple users feature here. You can create multiple users, and to do that you need to go to advanced under system menu, and you can add new users here under multiple users option. This is not exactly second space, but you can use different apps and different data for different users. Now one amazing thing here is also the cameras on the smartphone, and you get a lot of amazing camera features as well. First thing here to talk about is the presence of ultra wide and ultra macro lens. To use ultra wide lens, you just need to switch between 1x and 0.5x here. To use macro mode, you need to go to modes on the left side here and select macro. Now because the primary camera here is a 64 megapixel camera, you again get a dedicated mode to use this camera, and for that again you need to go to modes on the left side and select this ultra resolution option. The phone will only capture 64 megapixel photos if you enable this mode. You can also use active photos in this phone. You can enable this from top row of shortcuts, and this feature basically captures a moving photo, I would say. There's just a small amount of motion in that photo which the phone captures. This makes the photo look more lively, I would say. If you shoot a lot of videos on your smartphone, then you can shoot 4K Ultra HD videos here. You need to go to video mode settings, and under video resolution for rear camera, you can select 4K Ultra HD. One more amazing thing which you can notice here in the settings is the ability of this phone to capture slow motion both from the front camera as well as the rear camera, and the maximum the phone can shoot is 240 fps from both sides. So as we discussed earlier, you can twist this phone twice to open up the camera app. Now if you are already in the camera app and then you twist your phone twice, you can actually change the camera mode between the front camera and rear camera. This again I feel is amazing option which you can use here. You can also control the depth effect manually here while you are capturing portrait photos. As you can see here, you can see this bar and you can use this to control the amount of blur that you are getting in your photo. There is also an option to use cutout mode in the camera modes. This you can actually use while you are capturing faces, and basically by using this feature you can remove the background from your photo and you just get a cutout of the face or person whose image you are capturing. One more amazing camera mode here is sport color mode, and if you use this mode to capture a photo, you can select one color in your camera frame and only that color will be retained. All other colors will be turned to black and white to bring an interesting effect to your photo. For example, if you see this photo, only this bar has been kept green and all other things in the photo are black and white. One last option which I'll be showing you here is a CINEMAGRAPTH mode, which you can use to capture videos or GIFs. This again is sort of interesting effect which you can add in your photos, or rather videos I would say. So you just need to shoot a short video and then you can select one small area of that video where you want to enable the motion, and rest all parts of the video will be kept static. So these were the best features of this smartphone, friends. Please give a huge thumbs up if you like this video and help me complete the target of 1000 likes. If you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to ask them below in the comment section. Do subscribe and press the bell icon for many more interesting upcoming videos, and yeah, do check out our Hindi channel for more fresh content.